I never thought my own brother could ruin my marriage. Not Ryan. Not the person I grew up with, the one I trusted above almost everyone else. But that Tuesday, everything changed. By the time I went to bed that night, I realized my life would never be the same. My name is Ethan. I'm 32. I've been married to Laura for 4 years, together for 7. Life with her had always been quiet, predictable, comfortable. I worked as a project manager in Denver, and Laura was a dental hygienist. Most nights, we cooked dinner together, spaghetti, tacos, stir-fry, then collapsed onto the couch with a show we barely paid attention to. I loved those small routines, the ordinary life we built. It felt safe, like nothing could ever shake us. Ryan, my younger brother, had always been different. Where I was cautious, he was reckless. Where I planned, he jumped first and thought later. He had a charm that made people forgive him for almost anything. Our parents used to joke that I was the responsible one, and he was the adventurous one. The call came late one Tuesday evening. "Ethan, hey, can I crash at your place for a while?" "Just a couple of weeks," Ryan said, voice softer than usual. I hesitated. Laura was in the kitchen, chopping onions for dinner. She looked at me, eyebrows raised. "Your brother? The one who got evicted 3 times last year?" she asked. "Temporary," I said. "He just needs a reset." I didn't realize how dangerous that one word would be. Ryan moved in a few days later. At first, it was fine. He slept on the couch, looked for work, fixed things around the apartment, and somehow made Laura laugh more than I'd seen in months. He joked, teased, and made the whole apartment feel lighter, livelier. I told myself it was harmless. I was helping family. Then the small things began to accumulate. Laura texting more, phone face down when I walked in. Ryan staying home on his supposed days off. Shared jokes I wasn't part of. Glances that lingered too long. Subtle touches I didn't like, but dismissed, telling myself I was imagining it. One Friday, I came home early. The apartment was unusually quiet. They froze when I walked in. Ryan muttered something about fixing the sink, and Laura's smile seemed a little too tight. My stomach sank. I tried to convince myself it was nothing, but the unease had started to fester. Weeks passed. I noticed more signs. Laura laughing at Ryan's jokes longer than she laughed at mine. Ryan lingering in the kitchen hallway while she cooked, leaning just slightly too close. Their phones constantly buzzing at odd hours, disappearing under the couch cushions, behind pillows. Whispered conversations when I was in the next room, conversations that ended abruptly when I entered. Every little thing made my chest tighten. Every small detail confirmed what I had been too afraid to admit. Then came the first undeniable proof. One evening, I was late from work, exhausted, expecting the quiet night I was used to. Laura's phone buzzed on the counter. She picked it up, hesitated, and I glimpsed a message from Ryan. "Can't wait to see you tonight." I dropped the spoon I was holding. My heart raced. My brother. My wife. Betrayal. I confronted her that night. "Laura, what's going on?" Her eyes widened. "Ethan, it's complicated." Complicated? My world was collapsing, and I didn't even know half of it yet. I started watching for more signs. The way Ryan lingered near the living room while Laura was cooking. The way she laughed at his jokes a little too long. The way their phones buzzed constantly, sometimes with notifications she hid from me. Every small action became a confirmation of my growing fear. One evening, I followed Ryan to the living room after hearing quiet laughter. They were sitting close, whispering. Laura's hand brushed his arm. I froze. He looked up, startled. "Ethan, I need your help with the sink," he said, voice almost casual. I nodded, stomach twisting. Inside, a storm was building. This wasn't harmless flirting anymore. Something had shifted. Then came another discovery. Receipts hidden in Ryan's jacket. Hotel stays. Late-night charges. Evidence of lies piling up quietly behind my back. My hands shook as I realized how far it had gone. I confronted Ryan once, voice shaking. "How could you do this?" He leaned back casually. "Ethan, she came to me. You were too predictable." She wanted excitement. I didn't seduce her. She made the choice. I wanted to scream, to hit him, to erase everything. But nothing could change what had already happened. The tension at home became unbearable. Counseling sessions, long talks, tears, apologies. Nothing worked. The trust was gone. Every glance, every word between Laura and Ryan felt like a knife twisting deeper. The third twist came one evening when I found a hotel keycard in Ryan's jacket. It wasn't recent, but the dates overlapped with nights Laura said she was working late. They had been planning this for weeks, maybe months, behind my back. I replayed every conversation, every gesture, every laugh. Every small, innocent moment suddenly felt tainted. Then Tuesday arrived. Ordinary Tuesday. I was cooking dinner, burnt pasta, nothing fancy, when my phone buzzed. A new message. I almost didn't look, but I did. I can't wait to be alone with you tonight. Not meant for me, but it was. I dropped the spoon again. My brother, my wife, the two people I trusted most had been hiding this from me. That night, when I confronted Laura, she didn't deny it. Instead, she said something I'll never forget. It's not just him. After that night, everything changed. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. Every glance at Laura, every laugh from Ryan, felt like a knife twisting deeper into my chest. The betrayal wasn't a single moment. It had been months, carefully hidden, and I still didn't know the full extent. Laura tried to explain. "Ethan, it started as a mistake," she said, voice trembling. "I didn't mean for it to happen. But he made me feel alive again. I don't know how to stop it." "Alive?" I asked, my voice breaking. "You've destroyed everything. Our marriage, our home, everything we built." Ryan, of course, acted normal. Too normal. Joking, laughing, moving around the apartment as if nothing had happened. Sometimes, I caught him staring at me with that casual smirk that made me want to punch him. I discovered the second twist one evening while looking through receipts he'd left behind. Hotel charges, late-night dinners in cities he claimed to be working in, little gifts to Laura, the sheer planning, the calculated steps. It wasn't an accident. He had been orchestrating this behind my back, meticulously. I confronted Laura again. "All those nights, all those messages, you went willingly?" Her eyes filled with tears. "I didn't know how to stop it. I thought I loved you, but I wanted someone else too. I'm sorry, Ethan. I wanted to leave, to run, but I stayed. Partly because of the history we shared, partly because I needed to face the truth myself." Then came the third twist. Ryan had been lying about work, his whereabouts, even casual plans. Some nights he claimed to be at a friend's place, but was actually in a hotel. Every story, every excuse, carefully designed to cover their tracks. I had trusted him blindly. The days turned into weeks. Laura moved out temporarily. Ryan eventually got a new apartment. I was left in the apartment we had once shared, surrounded by reminders of what I had lost. I tried counseling, long talks, talking to friends, anyone who would listen. But the trust wasn't just broken, it was obliterated. Every glance, every small gesture reminded me of the betrayal. One day, I found a series of emails Ryan had accidentally left open on his laptop. It wasn't just the hotel reservations or messages. There were plans, notes, even a calendar of times he knew Laura would be alone. My brother had been planning this for months. I felt sick, my hands trembling as I scrolled through the evidence. I realized the fourth twist. Laura had been hiding her doubts, too. She had written emails to herself, reflecting on her guilt, on her attraction to Ryan, on how she felt trapped in the predictable life with me. She wasn't just a victim, she had made choices. The emotional confrontation finally came one evening. I demanded they both sit down. Laura sat silently, head down, hands clasped. Ryan leaned back, smug, confident. "Why, Ryan?" I asked, voice barely above a whisper. "Why betray me like this?" He shrugged. "She came to me. You were safe, predictable, boring. She needed excitement, and I gave it. That's all. You don't get it," I said, rage boiling over. "You've destroyed my family, my life. Do you even care?" He didn't answer. Laura finally spoke, her voice trembling. "Ethan, I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you this much. I wanted something different, something new, but I didn't know how to stop it." I felt my chest tighten. Years of love, trust, shared memories, completely torn apart. The fifth twist came then. She admitted that Ryan had wanted more than just an affair. He had been planning for months to push me out of my life entirely, to take her fully, and she had allowed it to happen. The realization hit me like a punch. My own brother had systematically undermined me, and the woman I loved had let it happen. I was betrayed by the two people I trusted most. Months passed. I tried rebuilding my life, slowly. Therapy, long walks, long talks with friends. I tried to forgive, to understand, to make sense of it. But the trust was gone. Every message, every glance, every small laugh reminded me of what I had lost. I thought about forgiveness. I thought about revenge. But in the end, I realized the hardest part wasn't what they did. It was accepting that some people, even family, are capable of betrayal beyond comprehension. Even now, years later, I feel the emptiness. Ryan moved on, Laura moved on, and I am left with memories that burn like fire. I still care, in some way, because I love them both. But care doesn't undo betrayal. Care doesn't repair shattered trust. I think about that Tuesday, the first message I saw, the first hint of what was happening behind my back. I wonder if I could have stopped it if I had said no when Ryan asked to stay, or if it was always destined to unravel, hidden in the tiny moments I ignored. Some betrayals can't be undone. Some lessons are learned too late. And sometimes, the people closest to you are capable of destroying everything you thought you had. And that's the truth I live with every day. Betrayal doesn't scream. It creeps, and it leaves a silence that never goes away.